attended his private morning mass with about 50 other people. So again, what an incredible blessing, but that's not yet the end of the story. Afterwards, they ushered everyone from the mass into a very large audience hall and grouped us by who we came with, because there were some pilgrimage groups and other larger groups, but it was just my son and myself, and we were fairly early in the lineup. And so I noticed that as John Paul II was walking along, he had a papal rosary in one hand, and so he would hand the rosary to people and shake their hand and just move on, because you can't stop and talk to 50 people and keep his morning schedule. So when he got to us, I don't know if you can see, but John Paul II was holding a little blue book. I had given my son this little book called Titles of Mary that I had edited, knowing that John Paul II loves Mary. And my son, blonde hair, blue eyes, handed it to him, and as you can see, John Paul II stopped. And he bent down, and he kissed my son. So I think that makes him a third-class relic. And then he came to me, and we were living in Steubenville, Ohio at the time. And I said to John Paul II, we're from Steubenville, Ohio. And it didn't seem to register, although I knew he knew of Franciscan University of Steubenville. And so I said to him, we're from University of Steubenville in Ohio. And I saw the light go off in his eyes, and he reached out and put his hand on my forehead and he blessed me. And in that moment, I experienced receiving a portion of his spirit. So if you want to know why I'm passionate about what I'm passionate about, John Paul II, his writings, and especially his theology of the body, that's why. Because he actually imparted a portion of his spirit to me, and it was preparing me for the mission that the Lord would eventually entrust to me that I didn't have a clue as to what it would be. So this is why I'm here at St. John Vianney, is to share that mission with you and my love and my passion for St. John Paul II, which leads us to our love and our passion for Jesus Christ and the Trinity. You see, John Paul II was fascinated by languages, and we saw that throughout his whole pontificate, because he eventually spoke fluently 12 languages, and could pretty much give a presentation in almost any language, because he had this background in the understanding of languages and their structure and their development. Now we have to remember, this was completely illegal to organize this underground, so it was an underground theatrical troupe, because what they did is performed Polish plays and dramatic pieces, because that was the way they kept the Polish culture alive. So we see this also in his poetry and in his plays. In 1942, his life, and indeed, as we now know, history, took a radically different turn. When he entered the underground seminary in Krakow to study to be a Catholic priest. Does anyone know what day he was ordained? You'll remember it now. He was ordained on All Saints' Day. Isn't it a beautiful day to be ordained? Camping, they would canoe in order to teach them the faith. So I think, where do we live in this beautiful place? We could take a lesson, couldn't we, from Father Murtia. Let's get our young people out in creation, out in nature, and let's talk to them there about the faith. He was also a philosophy and a theology professor. And finally, we could talk about his path from priest to university professor to archbishop to cardinal, all under communist rule. Amazing. Amazing. I wanted to use this knife according to its purpose. Could you show me how would I use it? Yeah, very nice. Notice the really good back and forth motion. Excellent, Bobby. So I could use this knife to cut bread, or I could use it to spread butter, or maybe to cut cheese. Bobby, could I use this knife contrary to its purpose?
Yes.
I could, but can John Paul II speak?
No.
No, okay, thank